We had the opportunity to partner with Fitchburg High School, and in particular Brian Baxter, who teaches social studies at Fitchburg High, to work on a pilot of the Civics Action Project, which is a new requirement by the state that all high school students must complete a Civic Action Project by the time they graduate. And in my role as the lead of the United Way Youth Venture Program, we have lots and lots of practice helping young people to find something they're passionate about to make important changes in their community. So the idea behind this pilot was to bring the process we use with Youth Venture and youth that we've done here in North Central Mass for over 20 years now to the classroom.
We started this project because it's a requirement by the state, and by piloting it this year, it's given me an opportunity to know how I'm going to go forward next year with it. The class is going to be combined with the Civics Action Project and financial literacy next year.
One of the hurdles, I think, as a leader of the course, as a teacher, is that it's a requirement that all students are going to do this Civic Action Project. And ideally, if you're engaging in civics, it's because you want to and because you are personally motivated to do so. The intention of this class is to hopefully spark that desire for the future by showing what the steps are and making it less intimidating to jump in and make a difference. So the process that we follow in the class is in alignment with DESE's guidelines. But basically, there's some self-reflection and thinking about and understanding who you are as a person, what your interests are, what your values are. Then you're going to investigate what some of the issues are. Once you settle on an issue, there's research that takes place. How valid is this problem? How big is this problem? What is the root cause of this problem? And then we start to brainstorm and investigate what are some ways that the problem could be addressed. How can we make this better? Sometimes we have to narrow that problem down. We start with a really big problem. We have to narrow it down into a smaller, more finite problem that can be solved within a semester potentially. And then the students start coming up with what are the steps we need to take? Who do we need to contact to learn more? And ultimately they come up with a couple key goals, we call them SMART goals, which are measurable and time-bound goals that they can clearly say at the end, yes, I did this, or no, I didn't. And then we bring in different people who can meet with them and talk with them to reflect on what their ideas are, and they can get the word out there about what they're trying to accomplish. And then it's up to them to take action and then report back. What did they do? What were the outcomes? What did they learn?
My project was to look into different things related to students with ADHD and try to find different ways that teachers can help students with ADHD. ADHD is definitely more prevalent than I thought it was before. It's definitely millions of kids have it, and millions of kids get diagnosed with it every year. And it's on a larger scale than I thought it was.
Me and my group decided to work on creating a sidewalk leading towards the school. We thought it would create a better environment for students that would prefer to walk if they didn't have any other sort of transportation.
Basically, we want to bring awareness to the youth having somewhere to express themselves and really develop themselves as an individual and shape themselves. And I'll help them really stay off the streets and the roads and be a good kid. So we decided to start by trying to email head council members and people who can really make change.
So our project was based on the roads of Fitchburg, specifically Electric Ave. It's a pretty long road, so it has a lot of potholes.
And this road was kind of important for us because it connects Park Hill Plaza, which is a big area, as well as Coggeshall Park, which is another big area that people in the city use. I was kind of interested to see, what's the process of getting a road fixed, and is there a budget for that, and how do you go about getting a road fixed?
At first, we started off doing the research on the websites on how to connect with the community and how to find out how we could start off with adding these attractions for teenagers like ourselves or younger. So we started off, we emailed the director of the company that they had, and we got in contact with him, and he ended up scheduling with us and he came over here and talked with us about everything and how everything goes.
I made a slideshow that would be used as a teacher training for teachers to help kids with ADHD, to give them tips on how to teach kids with ADHD better. A lot of kids are kind of shy to speak up and ask for help, and that's what I wanted to maybe put teachers more out there to be more open to communicate with students.
It kind of proved that we could make action if we all decided, we could come up with an idea and we could all work together to push this accomplish this goal overall.
As of recently, I drove down the road and it's patched up. So I don't know if that's us, but I hope that we made a difference in getting it fixed and maybe made it get fixed sooner.
My advice to students who will be taking this class in the future is don't just think of this as a project. Think of it as you making change and really put your 100% into it, because at the end of the day, you can really make a change if you really want to.
This can be one of the most powerful learning experiences you'll have in high school if you choose that. Typically, teachers have all the control in the classroom, and that's not what this class is about. This is a real-life learning experience. This is something that we know students want because they've told us in all sorts of surveys and Portrait of a Graduate focus groups, they want to have real-life experiences. It doesn't get any more real than this. So in order for you to get the best possible experience, your teachers are going to be giving you lots of choices and the ability to decide which direction you lead into. And it's up to you to take that challenge on. And if you do, I can promise that you will have a fantastic learning experience.